Welcome back, friends. So, I hope you all had a wonderful intermission because you got to get all rested to be ready for this second game of roller derby. That's right, we've got the... Oh, you should have one. Here, excuse me, one moment, friends. All right, I took the extra. All right, so we are going to be seeing in this second matchup, the final matchup of Madison Roller Derby's 18th home season between the Reservoir Dolls and the Vaudeville Vixens. I remain Rich Mahogany, but I have a new friend with me here.
Oh, hey, I'm Hammer Abby, and I'm only a little bit sweaty. Baby wipes are just a godsend in roller derby.
Madison Roller Derby needs a baby wipe sponsor.
We do. We use so many.
If you know anyone, Hawthorne wipes, perhaps?
Wow, this got weird. Yeah. Anyway, hi, I'm Hammer Abby. I'll be on the mic here with Rich, and we're very happy to introduce the second game of the evening, and very glad that you're all here to cheer on these two teams.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to get right into our introductions here. First thing, we're going to be introducing the Reservoir Dolls. And you may notice some of our Res Doll skaters are wearing some odd articles of clothing. We've got folks wearing robes out there and some folks wearing plaid. These are remembrances of some skaters that we lost recently, Little Lebowski and Rebel with a Cause. So just a little bit of remembrance for those we've lost and keeping them here with us on the track as we do the thing with the Reservoir Dolls. First up, number 1012, Misconduct. Number 1105, Barrel Roller. Number 1111, Cat Scratch Fever. Number 262, Nat Splat. Number 29, Damn It Janet. Number 3000, Future Trauma. Number 3019, Harm. Number 32, Dalek. Number 472, Shelby Cobra. Number 614, Karma Suture. Number 815, Antimatter. Number 847, Hello Sailor, welcome back. Number 89, Skulls Be Crackin'. Number 8990, Frankie Fatale. And number 96, Contusions of Grandeur. The Reservoir Dolls are supported from the bench by Critical Tits, Lady Hoo-Ha, Mechanics, T-Rex, and Rock'em Sock'em Rosie. Friends, give it up for the Reservoir Dolls!
And the team in pink, the second one of the night, give it up for your Vaudeville Vixens! They want to thank you for being a friend. First up, Zero Eye, otherwise known as Oi, it's Good Riddance. 101, Quilla DeVille. 1337 is Totally Elite, it's Melee. Number 22, Hoppy Go Lucky. Number 23 is Saucy McBossy. Number 234, it's The Manipulator. Number 238, Radio Smacktive. Number 27 is Sasquatch. Number 314, it's Smack and Cheese. Number 392, Snowplow. Number 502, Lou Evil Slugger. Number 66, it's Mustang. 672, La March Madness. 7184, Wolframmer. On the 808s, it's Hawaii KO. Joining the Vixens on the bench today, we have Scary Fisher, Stunner, Fury, Alligator. Give it up for your Vaudeville Vixens.
Perfect timing. You can't let Tampa do that.
All right, and of course, no game of roller derby would be complete without our roster of officials. For this game, we have Eddie Lizard, looking the other way, Johnny Zebra, Lou Bird, Killer Baker, Disgrace Kelly, Dark Matter, Just Danny, Rec Support, the Goram Reaver, Show Nuff, Rec Support, Jezebel O'Kitty, Mad Gent, John Lane, Cordova, Brazzle Dazzle, and Crystal Ice. And of course, on the microphone, me, Rich Mahogany, and
Hammer Abby.
oh, Ham. Why wouldn't they let you jam last game?
I told them not to.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I
That's fair.
retired. I had a good run as a jammer. It's time to move on.
Well, we have these jammers who are currently on great runs as jammers. Both jammers played the last game.
Yeah.
We've got Damn It Janet for the Reservoir Dolls in black and Smack and Cheese for the Vaudeville Vixens in pink.
And damn it, Janet does have lead jammer status, but since she's got out ahead, she's just gonna go ahead and call that one off. Yeah, it's always impressive to do two in a row like this, especially for, blocking is very hard, but jamming is a whole lot of endurance, and doing 2 games in a row is a feat.
Yep, and speaking of, I see another familiar jersey out there. That's going to be Radio Smacktive going up to jam for the Vaudeville Vixens.
Up against Harm for the Reservoir Dolls.
Harm pushing her way up to the front will take lead for the Reservoir Dolls. Radio Smacktive still working on the initial, is working up towards the front of the pack, but the Reservoir Dolls defense flies up to get in her way. And it's going to be Harm for 4 more roller derby points. Radio Smacktive now breaking through the pack, completing the initial pass, is eligible to score points. Harm with 1 to beat does get by Hawaii KO. Picks up 4 more points for the Reservoir Dolls. Barrel Roller trying to catch Dio, but can't quite catch up before getting to the zone of engagement, the end of it rather. So with that, Harm will call off the jam. That's going to be 11 total points for the Reservoir Dolls. Vaudeville Vixens picking up 4, both teams on the board as we roll up into jam number 3.
Cat Scratch Fever with the star for the Reservoir Dolls will be facing off against La March Madness for the Vixens. And it is La March Madness through with lead for the Vixens.
Vaudeville Vixens will lose a blocker to the box. That's Hoppy Go Lucky. A March Madness weaving this way and that, just dancing through the pack, will pick up 4 more points for the Vixens. Cat Scratch Fever has passed the star over to Dalek, who will force that call off there after really throwing on the afterburners. Res Dolls do not pick up any points. Vaudeville Vixens pick up 7, and already we've got a tie game.
And the forwards backwards. The numbers are the same forwards and backwards. What's the word?
Palindrome.
Thank you.
I assume it's the same thing for numbers as it is letters. But English is a funny language. Maybe there's another word for it.
It's extra hard for me right now after I'm a little tired, apparently.
Why?
It's all right. It's fine. I'll be fine.
So back on the action on the track, some bodies you're probably a little familiar with at this point.
Absolutely. That is Such. Karma Sutra out for lead for the Reservoir Dolls. Quill not too far behind these two jammers who had just been on the same team in the previous game. Now facing off. Such going to go ahead and grab a quick 4 points on the pass and call it off.
So Reservoir Dolls maintain that lead. Well, it was a lead, then it was a tie. Now it's a lead again.
It's a close game. You love to see it.
That indeed. And it's great because like so many of these skaters are like, they're pretty warm already.
Very warm, I would imagine. Speaking of, Smack and Cheese for the Vixens. Damn it, Janet for the Reservoir Dolls.
Lest my eyes deceive me, we do have a single blocker in the box for the Reservoir Dolls. Vaudeville Vixens at full strength. Smack and Cheese sneaking up the inside line, takes a quick lead for the Vixens. Whoa!
Oh, nice! Slice it like a knife.
Yeah.
Hot cliche. Smack and Cheese for a quick 4.
And with that last lap, Smack and Cheese was pretty much just skating the track, skating the diamond.
Just, yep.
And they're just like, no, this is with this 27 and 5.
Yep.
But in
that is the ideal as a jammer. The less touching, the better.
While roller derby is generally a pretty hands-on sport, jammers are the most no touchy.
Yep, absolutely. So Janet through, but Cheese is going to call it off before she can score any points. So cool 8 on the jam for the Vixens.
And with
None
that,
for the
Ham,
Dolls.
we've got another lead change now, or our first lead change.
Where's our little our horn? Our lead change horn.
In Iceland.
Ah, boo.
So we'll just have to do it our side.
Yeah. Be as obnoxious as possible for the second game.
Yeah.
That's Quill the star for the Vixens. And
That's going to be Harm up for the Reservoir Dolls.
thank you.
Quilla DeVille wastes no time getting up to the front of that pack. I feel like she was promised puppies at the start of this jam. It's like, Quill, if you get lead within 5 seconds, you get puppies.
It's a good incentive.
Star has been passed from Reservoir Doll Jammer Harm over to Reservoir Doll Pivot Nat Splat.
Quill got the signal from the bench to call it off. And there will be 3 for the Reservoir Dolls on that jam at the end.
4 points up for the Vixens, so we've got 9 points separating these two teams as we line up for jam number 7. Cat Scratch Fever on the line for the Reservoir Dolls in black.
And that's Radio Smacktive for the Vixens. Another person I recognize from the last game. Everybody working hard out there. Really nice defense from both teams here off the line, but it is going to be Dio through for lead for the Vixens. That's a nice lead streak. Vixens now 4 in a row with lead jammer status. We're going to call it off, and looks like no points for the Reservoir Dolls. You should check out WRT 89.9 FM, your local community radio station, online, on the app, or in person. Be part of your community radio and volunteer today. That's WRT 89.9 FM.
Longtime sponsor of Madison Roller Derby. So much love and appreciation for you, WORT. Heading back down to the action on the track. It's La March Madness jamming for the Vixens in the pink. Karma Suture for the Res Dolls in black. And it's La March Madness taking lead. Such up at the front with 2 blockers to beat. Does sneak through on the inside.
The Vixens losing The pivot KO to the box at the end there will start short, but a 0-0 jam. Goose eggs across the board.
22 points between these teams. I'm sorry, not 22. Math is hard. 12. 12 points separate these two teams. Getting into jam number 9. Got 21 minutes,
Number
30
9?
seconds to play.
Number 9. That's Quill jamming for the Vixens up against Damn It Janet for the Reservoir Dolls. Nice big tangle of blockers on the first turn here and a big pile up. Clean up on aisle 1, but that's going to give... Yeah, the lead call is going to go to Damn It Janet, breaking the streak the Vixens had been enjoying, but Quill too hot on her heels for comfort. And they go ahead and call that one off.
That will be another 0-0 jam for these teams. Seeing a lot of really hot competition. As soon as one jammer is getting out, the other is not too far behind. And the number of times that the lead jammer has been passed by the non-lead is pretty exciting.
Yeah, you love to see it. It was happening a little bit in the last game, a lot in this one. And it's just a matter of preference of strategy. You might want to call it off real quick and not try to give up any points, keep it real tight. You might run the jam and see if you can get some points despite being in a weird situation. So we're definitely seeing the former strategy tonight. And here it is again. Reservoir Dolls get lead, but Cheese, given her performance in the last game, I'm not surprised. She's getting ahead.
Yeah.
She's a very fast jammer.
Yes.
A very fast skater. You cannot sleep when you have lead.
Well, that's something just, like a good mac and cheese, can really knock you out. You just give you the cheese sweats.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I would definitely be knocked out.
So not. Ooh.
Yeah, it'd be awful. Thank you for the sympathy. Dio jamming for the Vixens. And that is Cat Scratch Fever for the Reservoir Dolls up in front. Getting a little bit of offensive help there from Future Trauma. Trying to find some daylight as we head into turn 1. But it is Dio gets through, dealing with Dalek and Frankie Fatal. Almost through for lead, but Cat Scratch Fever snakes it at the last minute. And a nice last minute hit from Dalek will take Dio to the inside, who will have to recycle back into the far straightaway.
Nice push there by Gouda Riddance, forcing Cat Scratch Fever to the outside, forcing the call off. Gonna see a total of 3 points picked up that jam. Just another rough and tumble jam. These blockers are doing such a good job of the jammer's gotten by. Well, let's just get back up in front.
You just gotta keep going. It never ends until the whistle blows.
Yeah. I was I swear I passed more than 4 blockers already. What's going on?
Oh, recycling is a real thing. Oh, we got a real tangle off the line here. As I believe La March Madness for the Vixens picking up lead.
And that's going to be a track cut penalty assessed to jammer for the Reservoir Dolls, Karma Suture. So a power jam to be enjoyed by La March Madness and the Vaudeville Vixens now. Nat Splat giving chase, but March will skate on by.
Pax lining up in the far straightaway and a nice, not even an apex jump, a straightaway jump attempt by La March Madness. You love to see it. Doesn't quite work out, but nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Exactly.
Comes back in, makes it along the outside for 4 points. Some nice fancy footwork there from La March. Suche is back on the track now for the Reservoir Dolls. It gets through.
Whoa. March Madness coming into the pack hot, is barely slowed down, just kind of rolls off some of those Res Dolls blockers going from the out to the in. Will get those sweet, sweet roller derby points. And that's going to be the biggest jam of the game.
12 big roller derby points, as they say.
As they say indeed. With that, the Vaudeville Vixens have doubled the score of the Reservoir Dolls, 21-42.
I want to shout out Delta Beer Lab, crafting beer, crafting change. Appreciate their sponsorship. Go check out their tasting room here in Madison.
Quilla DeVille out there jamming for the Vaudeville Vixens will take lead. Damn it, Janet. Damn it, Janet, though, coming right out will force the call off. Oh, DJ wanted to jam more.
Showmanship.
Quill says, no, I will keep the puppy points to myself. No sharing.
That's fair. All right, we have Harm returning to the line for the Reservoir Dolls. Will be facing off with Smack and Cheese for the Vixens. Both packs starting up closer to the pivot line. Cheese very fast, duck and weave through the pack though for lead. Nice hit to the outside by Gouda Riddance will draw Harm back to recycle behind the jam line.
Smack and Cheese through for 4 more points. Harm looking to pass that star, but somehow the Vaudeville Vixens taking up more space than you would think 4 bodies could.
It's a skill.
Just like the making of shapes are just so good. Such good shapes.
We make good shapes in Roby-Doby. All right, so that's going to be a 2-point pass because there was some people that were not in play for the lap. Nat Splat now taking the star for the Reservoir Dolls. But Smack and Cheese, didn't call that good. Another 4 points at the end there, so that will be a 10-point jam for the Vixens, bringing them to 52 to the Reservoir Dolls 21. And I want to shout out Terciops Truncatus Studios, a local Derby-owned independent game design team, bringing you fun games and fun gifts for the gamers in your life. Play their new Wreck 'em Up Space Opera, The Day We Fought Space, now available on mobile device near you.
Near me?
Near you.
Wow.
P.S. That is a Derby-owned and operated gamer business.
Mm-hmm. And an
Game
awesome game, I may say.
A very fun game.
Getting back to the action on the track, it's Cat Scratch Fever out there jamming for the Res Dolls in black. La March Madness out for the Vixens in the pink. La March Madness being taken down, being forced to recycle behind Future Trauma, another skater we saw in the last game. And it's going to be Cat Scratch Fever out to take lead for the Reservoir Dolls.
Cat again breaking a little streak of lead jammer statuses for the Vixens. They'd had 3 in a row. Cat taking a hit to the outside, gets into the pack, calls it off. Will there be any points at the last second for the Vixens though? 2 and 2.
It's a valiant effort right at the end of that jam by Future Trauma trying to slam into the Vixens jammer at the last moment, but the timing just didn't quite connect.
You win some, you lose some. But you gotta try. Just gotta keep going.
And if you don't try hard, at least try pod.
Huh.
But you should do both.
All right, sure. Karma Sutra facing off with the Reservoir Dolls. Quill for the Vixens, though, will take lead.
Another quick jammer out behind Such, trying to catch up, putting on the pressure. All right, so a quick jam there. Res Dolls do manage to sneak out 2 points before the jam ends. Vixens held down to 0.
Whoopsie. It does look like the Reservoir Dolls will start with their jammer in the box. So this will be a power start for the Vixens.
Oh, yeah, so it'll be Karma Suture starting from the box for the Res Dolls. Smack and Cheese out there for the Vixens. And it's Smack and Cheese taking a quick lead.
Must have been a very last-minute penalty on that last jam. I didn't catch that. Oh, Cheese trying to get through, but gets knocked over, but right back up for 4 points on that pass. The team's getting packed up in turn 3.
Very, very sneaky there by the Reservoir Dolls, initially offering that inside lane open. He's like, you want to take that?
Oh, yeah.
Smack and Cheese, doesn't it look yummy? A nice open inside lane.
That is unfortunately going to be a penalty on Cheese headed to the box. So we are switcherooing the power jam. And now Karma Sutra and the Res Dolls have an opportunity.
Oh, Resdolls have lost 2 blockers to the box, so only 2 on the track to help Such out here.
Such getting knocked to the outside on the straightaway here, but back in. It is just a seething mass of blockers.
Yeah. And those pink blockers just glomming onto that poor jammer. Just let her score. Just let her score.
And Such is through, but so is Cheese. He's putting some points up. Yep, 4 and 4. She's getting hit to the outside, recycled back by Future Trauma, and stopped by Gouda Riddance. But that jam will come to an end with 1 more point for the Vixens at the end. So all told, a 9-4 jam for the Vixens is both trading power jams. So we head into the final 10 minutes of the first half of this matchup.
Not seeing. Looks like I don't know. Maybe there's a team timeout coming, or maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what gives me that notion.
Yeah, there it is. It was definitely an energy in the room. I was like, are we taking a break? What's happening, you guys? Reservoir Dolls will call for a team timeout. So we'll have a little moment to shout out some more of our wonderful sponsors. But first, I'm going to remind everybody, if you want to come hang out afterwards, our after party is at Leopold's Book Bar Cafe, 1301 Regent Street. FYI, too, if you're interested, head to madisonrollerderby.org. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now newly on TikTok. Keep up on all of our events because we do have games that we are playing away as our Dairyland Dolls and the Herd head to the Quad Cities March 25th and versus Ann Arbor and Gem City in Michigan in May. We'll let you know if we're going to stream those as well. They could be streamed, I'm not sure. Yeah. But a good way to keep up is by the web and on social media. And then there may be some local stuff happening in Madison later this year. Who knows?
Yeah.
So you want to keep up with that.
Well, yeah, we are definitely trying to do as much as we can with the roller derby here in Madison. Best way to keep up with us on that is, as you said, the social medias.
And a shout out to one of our sponsors, UW Health is proud to be part of the Madison Roller Derby season. UW Health provides remarkable health care and is committed to serve through medical innovation and unparalleled compassion.
Team timeout has expired. We are back on the track, simply waiting on Reaver's whims to start the jam, and there we go. Quilla DeVille with a quick lead for the Vixens. DJ at the back for the Reservoir Dolls was initially looking to pass the star, but then found the way forward. He's now eligible to score. A back block penalty assessed to Quilla DeVille will take her to the box. So another opportunity here for the Reservoir Dolls to close up this score gap.
Good moment to take advantage of as Dammit Janet takes a nice little hop over the apex to get around on that one. Now back into the pack at turn 3 and is through without too much trouble, picking up 4 points for the Reservoir Dolls.
Res Dolls forming up at the back, looking to give a little bit of relief to their jammer.
A little bit of offense. Never hurt nobody. DJ finds some daylight on the outside and is going to get through for another 4 as Quill returns to the track for the Vixens and also tries to find an outside line but is pushed out by Antimatter.
Nat Splat up at the front trying to get some work done, breaking up that Vixen wall, but breaks off just in the nick of time to catch Quill as she came through on the inside.
Dammit Janet getting a little caught up there with some Vixen blockers. We'll have to recycle back around the outside and is able to get through for some more points. Quill also coming around, meets up with Nat Splat at the front and is through for another 4 as well. Oh, another attempted apex jump. That one does not land, unfortunately, but I always encourage it. I love to see it. DJ will have to come back around, recycle to the back in the far straightaway.
Pack stretched out to just about its limit, stretching out almost around the half track. With that, the jam does come to its natural 2-minute conclusion. 16 points for the Reservoir Dolls, 12 for the Vaudeville Vixens. Very close jam, but Res Dolls coming out on top. 30 points now separate these teams as we have about 8 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yep. That is going to be Radio Smacktive jamming for the Vixens and Harm, I think, for the Reservoir Dolls. Yep, that's Harm. But Dio with lead, but it's too close. Too close for comfort. Going to call that one off. Harm got out right behind him.
Yeah, we might see in the first game we saw a few more of these jams running a little longer, but as we've said, several of our skaters have fostered for these games. Many of us are on our second game of activity. So it's good to kind of conserve that energy, especially since we're going into the second half here.
That's going to be La March Madness for the Vixens up against Cat Scratch Fever for the Reservoir Dolls, and La March through with lead jammer status for the Vixens.
Cat Scratch Fever being recycled back behind Gouda Riddance is now delivered right into the middle of the loving hips of the tripod.
La March Madness also recycled back by Nat Splat, but on re-entry, able to find a nice runway to take advantage of, and is through for 4 points.
So a quick star pass over from Cat Scratch Fever to Nat Splat will force the call off from the Vaudeville Vixens. A little bit of a nice job there. The Vixens picking up 8 points, holding the Res Dolls down to 0.
Outreach is Madison and South Central Wisconsin's LGBTQ plus community center, providing support for over 50 years. Outreach has been on the forefront of social change and provides safe spaces and programs for the LGBTQ plus people of Madison and Dane County.
And into jam number 21, Karma Suture is out jamming against Smack and Cheese. Smack and Cheese out with lead, but Such is hot on her heels.
Do love Such's jamming style. Just looks like a jet. Very aerodynamic. And is able to put on the pressure and pick up 1 point, stealing that at the back before Cheese is able to call it off. So a 2-1 jam in favor of the Vixens.
So it looks like the penalty box is empty, so both teams are at full strength as we line up for this next jam. Radio Smacktive jamming for the Vaudeville Vixens, going to be against Damn It Janet for the Reservoir Dolls.
Damn It Janet getting a little offensive help at the front there, but still stuck behind that tripod of Vixens. KO, the last one to beat, and she does. Lead jammer for the Reservoir Dolls.
Dio still working on that initial pass, is getting jostled around in the pack. Taking a little bit of damage from Damn It Janet as she comes back around on this scoring pass.
Slightly jostled.
I prefer my jammers jostled, not stirred.
And we have a star pass. Vixens now tapping Hawaii KO to jam. Oh, and a nice, takes a big hit.
Oh. Yeah.
But is able to sort of turnstile her way through at the front. Got Frankie Vitale to beat, and does. Meanwhile, DJ also through on the inside, so it's going to be a 4-4 pass.
Yeah, Hawaii KO with just an amazing number of turns in that last pass. I'm going to roll off every single blocker this pass.
Twirling into the future. And we are going to get an official review called. I saw that happening as Hawaii KO was coming off with making the O shape with her hands. So the Vixens are calling for an official review. So everybody will meet in the middle of the track and have a little conversation about what went on. And while they do that, we can have a little conversation about some of the awesome people who support roller derby in Madison. And I want to shout out especially here. Meet Meepleton's World of Fun. Can't wait to introduce you to the greatest store you never knew you always wanted. Head over to Willie Street to check out their offering of quality vintage and modern toys and pop culture collectibles, or customize your own toy in their workshop. It is an experience. I highly recommend.
Meep. Saw some pretty amazing photographs on the social medias.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
We have done some team photographs in Meepletons. I had a Donnie theme in mind because I posed both with my favorite Ninja Turtle, Donatello.
Nice.
And then I found a giant New Kids on the Block button that had Donnie on it, who was my favorite when I was a kid. So you can find anything in there.
It's amazing. Some of those pictures were, if you've never been, these Madison Roller Derby glamour shots, if you will, are a great window into not only the world of Meet Meepletons, but our wonderful skaters here at Madison Roller Derby as well.
True facts.
Pink was requesting a forearm on block 8990 against the Pink Jammer. It was not full.
Okay, thank you.
Got it. All right, so word on the street is Vixens were requesting a forearm penalty call on a Reservoir Dolls blocker, but the referees disagree, so they do not win the official review, and which means they don't get it. They're done with their official reviews for the first half.
I think a really good, a really smart use of the official review by the Vaudeville Vixens at this point, because there are only 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the first half.
Might as well.
And if you lose your official review, well, you get it back at the second half.
Yeah.
So might as well use it as a free timeout.
Yep.
And if you get the jammer in the box, all the better.
Even better. All right, but meanwhile, Harm out front, lead jammer for the Reservoir Dolls, giving chase La March Madness. Not super far behind, though, so they're going to call that one off before any damage can be done.
And La March Madness really, as soon as she was out of the pack, you saw her just drop into that kind of like a speed skating looking stance and really put on the speed there.
The afterburners.
Wise call off. Wise call off. Look back there. Oh, Lord, she coming.
That's Quill with the star for the Vixens, and Cat Scratch Fever for the Reservoir Dolls.
Cat Scratch Fever, just like testing the links, just testing the walls, seeing where are you looking, maybe you feel me over here.
Yep. It's always good to test the links, the arms in particular, because you know you're not allowed to link arms to block. And Cat Scratch Fever does get lead. Quill about a little less than half a track behind, though. So Cat hits hard, goes down, calls it off. That's going to be 2 points for the Reservoir Dolls. None for the Vixens.
Vixens do lose a blocker to the box just at the end of that jam.
Womp womp.
So they will begin this jam at a diminished pack strength. We're going to see Karma Suture take the line for the Reservoir Dolls in the black. I believe that is Smack and Cheese.
Sure is. Who just played together with the Quad Squad in the last game. Friends don't fight, but they sure do off the line. Such up front, pushing against a tripod of Vixens blockers. Cheese in the back, tangling with it's like Dalek and Future Trauma and Frankie Fatale, and that's Hello Sailor.
Vixens will lose their pivot. Hawaii KO to the box. Karma Suture is through. They're going to call off the jam after picking up those 4 delicious, delicious roller derby points.
So that's 4 lead calls in a row for the Reservoir Dolls, but that was the first one they were able to make some points out of without having to call it off real quick because the jammers weren't as close. So Karma doing a really nice job there of putting on speed, getting some points, calling it off. But it is tight. This has been a very tight series of jams.
Oh, most certainly. These teams are clearly very well matched, and the jammers are hungry, and the blockers are firm.
It's going to be later in the night, Rich.
Get
Running
there.
out of words. I get it. I get it.
The blockers stand firm.
Yep. I gotcha.
Wow.
That's why they pay us the big bucks. All right, that
Yep.
is Damage Janet through with lead for the Reservoir Dolls, continuing their lead streak. As Dio now recycled back into turn 1. And will be recycled again to the inside and pulled back, but so will Damage Janet. So everybody just kind of tangled up between turns 1 and 2 right now. Dio able to sort of tiptoe through at the end there. Will keep the helmet cover.
See what Damage Janet is going to get done here on the inside. Will call off the jam before Dio can come up and get any points.
That'll be a single point for the Reservoir Dolls at the end. None for the Vixens. There was a penalty called as well. I believe it was a Reservoir Doll blocker headed to the box. But we are now, yes, at intermission.
How did 30 minutes of game time already pass?
I was in a fast-moving game.
Why?
That was great.
Did they like alter the flow of time with how fast they were going?
I mean, it's very different for me because it felt like that first game for me was long. It was
Yeah.
very long.
Not for me, Ham.
No, I know. It's a lot easier when you're just sitting here talking. So, you got about 9.5 minutes to go. Avail yourself of the bathrooms, of the concessions, stretching, etc. And then we hope you'll come back and join us for the second half of this fast-moving, hard-hitting game of roller derby. We'll be right back.
Oh, hello, friends. I'm sorry to kill the jams, but we've got some other jams to put on. That's right. These jams hit a little different. I am not sorry. I will not apologize.
Woo, never
for that.
apologize for who you are, Rich.
So, friends, we are back. We are ready to get into this second half of this final game of the evening and Madison Roller Derby's 18th home season.
It's been 18 years.
Oh, 18. It just went by like
Just like that. That's wild. Remember those days we were in fast forward, sitting on top of lockers, breaking fire codes, and now here we are.
Yeah.
And fast forward, sadly, is going to be demolished
Yeah.
in March. It will be no more, alas.
Yeah.
But
Sad.
we will go on. We will find a way forward.
We will indeed. There will always be roller derby in Madison if we have anything to say about it. And we are loud people who have a lot to say.
It's true. Like money in the banana stand, there's always roller derby in Madison.
So as a quick recap of the first half, Vaudeville Vixens lead 89-61. Taking a look at a penalty count, we don't have any skaters over 3. In fact, there's only a single skater on 3. That's going to be number 32 for the Reservoir Dolls, Dalek. But everybody else has 2 or fewer.
And the Vixens with 14 lead calls to the Reservoir Dolls 12. But like we said, a lot of those jams were so close, they were 0-0. Or very, very low scoring.
And we are back into the action. Damn it, Janet. Jamming for the Reservoir Dolls. Smack and Cheese out for the Vaudeville Vixens. And it's Smack and Cheese taking a lead jam in this first jam of the second half.
And Cheese is through for 4 points. As Damn It Janet still tangling with the Vixens blockers between turns 1 and 2. And we have a cut being called on a Reservoir Doll blocker. But Damn It Janet does find some daylight to get through on the initial pass.
There's something that just makes me so happy about her pink tie flapping in the wind. Smack and Cheese through, looking to get some points now, having completed the initial pass. Very nice job staying upright there, bouncing off a few Res Dolls blockers like Misconduct and Future Trauma. Does end up picking up 12 total points, bringing the Vaudeville Vixens score to 101.
Staying upright, always a victory in roller derby.
Sometimes it's the most you can do,
Truly.
and sometimes it's too much to ask. Lining up for this next jam will be Quilla DeVille up against Nat Splat. Once again, 2 jammers who skated their little skater hearts out in the first game. Their hearts are huge. I know both of these people. They are some of the biggest hearted people I have ever met.
True facts.
And I love them dearly.
Nat Splat is through with lead for the Reservoir Dolls.
Quilladeville being recycled back will dodge or lets Nat Splat dodging around Quill as she approaches the pack. Does end up getting by Mustang. Gonna be 4 more points up for the Reservoir Dolls, beginning to close the score gap. Quill with 1 to beat gets by Such. Will now be eligible to score points for the Vixens.
Melee knocking Nat Splat to the inside, though, and it's going to be enough to make Nat want to call that one off before Quill comes around on a scoring pass. Another 3 up there, so that'll be 7 points for the Reservoir Dolls, unanswered points. So a nice little momentum shift in the first or second half of this game.
Exactly.
See what they can do with that.
Gonna be 31 points separating these teams. Cat Scratch Fever on the line for the Res Dolls. Up against Radio Smacktive for the Vaudeville Vixens. Penalty box is empty.
You're just tempting fate, Rich. You know the announcer's curse.
I know.
Say that out loud.
I'm just looking to give the penalty timers some work. It's an honest job.
Someone's got to do it. The Jammers all messed up in turn 1 here. Both packs doing some nice defensive work, making this a little tricky. But Dio finally able to make some way there. Is going to pick up lead status for the Vixens. Reservoir Dolls losing a blocker to the box.
All right, we do have a star pass here for the Reservoir Dolls. That's Harm who is, yes, Harm there, donning the star. Will force Dio to call off the jam. Looks like 4 points up for the Vaudeville Vixens. Res Dolls with 0.
I always want to sing Call Off the Jam to the tune of Pump Up the Jam, and I just want you to know that it is a physical effort to stop myself from doing it on the mic.
I can tell that you're at war inside yourself
It's just
right now. It's just
constant. It's in my head all the time.
well. So we're gonna have the Gorham Reaver pump up the jam by starting the jam. As Dalek goes out to jam for the Reservoir Dolls up against La March Madness for the Vaudeville Vixens.
Dalek with lead. I believe this is Dalek's first time taking the star this game for the Reservoir Dolls.
Yep. Dalek received a star pass in the first half, but
hasn't started, right?
I don't believe she has.
All right. Oh, he's going to call it in the nick of time because La March Madness was looking to score at the back there, but that's going to be 4 on unanswered points for the Reservoir Dolls.
Score differential just shifting back and forth
A little bit,
at the beginning of this second half.
You know, this has been a game of very fast and furious jams.
Looks like the Reservoir Dolls do have a single blocker in the box, so pack advantage goes to the Vaudeville Vixens. Quilladeville jamming for them up against Dammit Janet for the Reservoir Dolls. And Quilladeville breaking through to take lead for the Vixens. Oh, but Dammit Janet finds a line on the inside, can't show her a bit of daylight, for she shall run to it.
Once again, real fast jam. The team so far trading off who's getting lead from jam to jam in this half.
It's very courteous of them.
It's right, very polite. You know, we're the Wisconsin team. We're known for being a little extra polite.
No. So it seems the pack power situation has shifted, as we now have the Res Dolls at full strength, but the Vixens have a blocker in the box.
Oh boy.
Smack and Cheese jamming against Nat Splat. Pack picking up speed as the jammers are really pushing forward, but it's going to be Smack and Cheese who pops out first. Nat Splat forced to recycle to the back.
Cheese coming in hot. taking a hit almost all the way to the outside by Barrel Roller and Such at the end, but gets through for 4 points, calls it off. It's another 4-0 unanswered, this time for the Vixens. I think that was elsewhere. I'm going to do a read real quick, though. Hey, if you're looking for the perfect place to air out your gear, call Amy Bua. She's the realtor who will make your experiences smooth as a power jam with 2 in the box, beginning to end, like an MVJ. That is some serious lingo.
Yeah. Amy knows what's up.
Amy knows what's up.
The Manipulator knows what's up, as I believe this is their first time out to jam.
You are correct.
Madness.
Oh, wait, no. That is Dio.
That's why that's Madness. All right.
It wasn't Madness. It's the regular, it's Dio. It's Radio Smacktiff, who does have lead for the Vixens.
The board lied. Why?
It's Cat Scratch Fever. It happens sometimes.
This is why I have trust issues, Ham.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Dio stuck up on Barrel Roller at the back of the pack here, now delivering her into the loving embrace of the rest of the Reservoir Doll blockers. Frank Fatale and Antimatter in that.
Cat being implored by the bench to take off the helmet cover and look for the pass. But takes it off, gets it through anyway.
Yeah.
Dio through for 4 points, going to get the signal from the bench to call that one off. That was a hard-fought 4 points for the Vixens.
All of these are just being like short jams that feel way harder. I mean, I'm sure they feel much harder for those actually skating it,
You know.
but like they're as you said, they're very hard-fought points.
As Dalek with a star again for the Reservoir Dolls. And the March Madness for the Vixens.
Dalek dancing on that inside line, takes a quick lead for the Reservoir Dolls. The March Madness breaking through, now eligible to score some points of her own.
Dalek has about a half a track to get those points and is getting the signal to keep running it. The pack's moving very fast. Oh, a nice hit to the inside. Future Trauma taking out LaMarche. She tries a little jump over the line, doesn't quite get it. Such now holding on to LaMarche on the outside. As Dalek is back around for another scoring pass. So again, this is a strategic choice. Sometimes you do those quick hit it and quit it, as we call it, jams. Sometimes you gotta run it because you're down, and you need to take advantage of trying to get as many points as you can while you got time.
This Res Doll defense up at the front of the pack with Future Trauma, Skullsby Kraken, and Such has just been doing so much work. They're like rubber.
But unfortunately, a track cut call against Dalek for the Reservoir Dolls is going to give LaMarche and the Vixens a power jam opportunity now. This has been a hard one. You can see it.
Yeah, these defenses are
joke.
not kidding around.
No joke. LaMarche coming around front of the scoring pass. Almost gets past Such in the front, but does get knocked to the inside and is going to take a minute to get back up. Well, I guess some time for a referee to call a penalty on a Vixen blocker, and Dalek will return for the box as well. And that power jam is over. Dalek finds the outside without too much trouble, so that's going to be another 4 points.
So as Dalek was the lead jammer, this jam's going to go the full 2 minutes, which
There it is.
ended just there.
You conjured it.
Huh.
Whew.
So
Fortunes can change so quickly in the course of 1 2-minute jam. That was such a back and forth.
yeah, absolutely. and that with 4 minutes, we got 2 passes, or 2 minutes, 2 passes.
Yep.
I was looking at numbers that weren't what I was saying, and that's just too hard for my
Stop
brain
looking at
right
the computer,
now.
Rich.
All right, I'm going to announce the rest of this without looking. That sound good?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
It'll be a fun challenge. You know, you've been doing this long enough. You got to throw some curveballs in
I
there,
can
you know?
Feel the derby.
Just listen.
Sounds like somebody got a penalty.
Meanwhile, so Damage Janet jamming for, a lot's happening. Damage Janet jamming for the Reservoir Dolls gets through, but there's a no pass, no penalty, which means she does not have lead. Meanwhile, Quill pulls a penalty as the Vixens blocker will head to the box. So this is a power jam for the Reservoir Dolls. And that means, I believe, this jam will go the full 2 minutes. The DJ now through with 4 points. Again, momentum shifts second by second.
Definitely a good position for the Reservoir Dolls to be in. Both of these jammers, Quill and DJ, have skated in this last game, so seeing how much they have left in the tank, this is the time to empty it.
This is where you're really relying on your training. Building up the endurance over time, but also your mental ability to recognize where your red line is and push a little further every time. This is a huge jam for DJ, by the way. 16 points on the jam so far. I believe the highest scoring jam of the game.
Yes, you're right. I believe the highest scoring jam previous to this was 12.
20 points! Why not? You know, once we got rid of the jammer lap points, and we only do 4 on a pass, it's harder to get up to these numbers like on a single jam, but
Yeah.
that's gonna be 24! Huge jam! They are stoked about it, as you can hear.
Got a lot.
Quill back in the box with another penalty, unfortunately, for the Vixens, so this continues the power jam. Let's see how many DJ can get. Yeah! 28.
The pack having a real hard time getting together, and damn it, Janet
Yeah, you gotta give it up for that one.
full advantage.
That is not an easy feat in modern roller derby. 28 points in a single jam, and the Vixens will call a timeout to take a breath.
Oh.
Shake their heads a little bit after that one. They're still sitting in a good little lead here, but that was a definite breath of fresh air for the Reservoir Dolls as they close that gap. Just 19 points separating the two teams with 16 minutes left in the second half. Yes, that's exciting. That is exciting roller derby, Rich.
We are so fortunate to see such amazing games of roller derby and playing in front of us tonight. It's just a great way to send off season 18.
Absolutely. Both two really good games tonight. We really appreciate all of you for coming out. Who here is enjoying roller derby right now? Let's hear it. Everybody's working hard.
And so, unless I'm mistaken here, although I'm sorry, you do your
It's
thing.
team timeout. We got a minute to shout out one more sponsor. So I want to shout out Bonzo for Madison's best falafel and hummus. That's true. Visit their Sherman Avenue location offering dine-in, takeout, or delivery, or check them out online at bonzomadison.com.
So it is true. What I was going to say is Quill's back in the box. It's a power start for Dalek and the Reservoir Dolls. So
Vixen's going to be working hard to try to take as much time as they can, but Dalek is going to get through for lead. But a nice job by the Vixens defense, slowing her down a little bit, so Quill is back out of the box now. And we're at regular derby.
Nice dancing up the inside line there by Dalek. Will pick up 4 points. Quill still working on the initial pass, has one to beat.
Quill with that signature tiptoe up the inside line is going to get through. Dalek getting hit to the inside now and will have to recycle back behind Wolframmer. And is being implored by the bench to call it off before Quill can score. So nice 8 points. Unanswered 8 points for the Reservoir Dolls as they continue to chip into that lead.
That's right, only 11 points separate these two teams. We've got 15 minutes remaining to play.
Anything could happen. It's so tense. The audience agrees. And Cheese up the inside line, going to take lead jammer status for the Vixens. Nat Splat with the helmet cover for the Res Dolls. Takes it off for a minute, but is able to find the outside line open. About a lap back as Cheese gets through for one scoring pass and calls it off.
So another, we're falling back into that rhythm of the. Okay, now it's just 4 points.
They can't all be 28-point jams.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. One more. Can we beat 38? 28 rather? Oh
28?
my God. I'm just gonna stop saying
It's possible,
numbers.
but that'd be hard. That'd be a hard one. All the stars have to align just right. So Dio jamming for the Vixens. That's Cat Scratch Fever for the Reservoir Dolls.
Dio up at the front, just has 2 to beat. Oh, she does get through and gets lead. It's knocked on the outside by Beryl, but is able to jump right back in.
Beryl, unfortunately, picking up a penalty for that effort. Cat being recycled back. Behind Hoppy Go Lucky and some friends, whose numbers I can't see from here. Dio is through for 4 points. And Cat is through. As Dio comes back around, takes a big hit from Future Trauma and brushes it off like it ain't no thing. But a chicken wing.
Trauma, that's something I've seen Trauma do a few times tonight, is kind of like see the jammer coming in, staying like on the other side of the track, and then timing it to come in and hit them.
Yep.
And like the timing on that is really hard to
It's
hit, and
tricky.
so it's impressive.
There's some physics going on there. Science. We don't think about it, we just do. That's not true. There's a couple of people who definitely think about it in the league.
She blew up my blocker with science.
Oh, we've got a chase. Lamarche out with lead for the Vixens, but damn it, Janet in hot pursuit. And they're gonna say no. I don't like the way that looks. Keep that 0-0.
So a quick lineup we'll have here to get into jam number 14 of the second half. 12 minutes remain to play the Derbs. Smack and Cheese going to be on the line for the Vaudeville Vixens up against Nat Splat for the Reservoir Dolls.
Oh, big pile up off the line. Sometimes that happens. No harm, no foul. And it is going to be Smack and Cheese with lead for the Vixens.
And Nat Splat takes advantage of an open line on the inside, runs up to complete the initial pass.
Let's see if this is another fast one. Cheese tumbles through the blockers, but picks up all 4 points before calling it off. You just got to get past the hips. Sometimes you fall when you do it.
Yeah.
But you're upright just long enough to get the points.
That was nice there by Cheese was actually calling off the jam as she was getting up too. So not even I'm on the ground, I'm going to call it from the ground. It's like, if they don't call it in time, I'm going to still try to get points.
Absolutely.
That's hunger.
Till the whistle blows. As Dio jamming for the Vixens, Cat Scratch Fever for the Reservoir Dolls.
Dio working her way up towards the front. The Res Dolls doing a good job of disengaging and getting up where they need to be to stop her, but Radio Smackdown's going to break through to take lead. But once again, we see Cat Scratch Fever out from behind, forcing the call off.
5 in a row for the Vixens, but several of those have been so close. They've only gotten 4, so one quick pass or none.
Mm-hmm.
So it's continuing the trend from the first half here. Dalek with the star for the Reservoir Dolls, and I've lost the plot here. LaMarche Madness for the Vixens. But Daleks get lead. LaMarche right next door. We're gonna have a little light jammer fight here.
Of course, the pack just picking up speed here. Gonna have a quick, we're just like, no
one gets to score.
No races. We're calling this one off.
Never.
And Somebody's hungry for eggs, apparently. The goose eggs.
Yep.
Let's
Love
scramble
eggs.
those eggs, shall we?
They're very expensive these days, I'm told. All right, that's Damage Janet with the star for the Reservoir Dolls. Quill for the Vixens, both with a little bit of a rolling start here. Oh, we're gonna play some jammer games off the line. They're mirroring. This is a theater game where you mirror.
Damn it, Janet, now just like exploding to life, will juke back, forth, left, right, center.
And it comes out in Quill's favor. But only just so. DJ in hot pursuit now. This is going to be a close one. Looks like DJ is going to catch up as Quill comes around and takes out Hello Sailor. DJ gets through for 4 points. Quill does not, still stuck, but now finds the inside line. So I think this is going to be an even 4-4.
So after all of that, it comes out to a 4-4
A
jam.
wash.
A hard-fought wash.
Much sound and fury. I won't say signifying nothing, because there's still a lot happening out there. Still a very close game, 149 to 122. It's interesting because I feel like the Vixens kind of took an early lead, but it's been very evenly matched since then. So we haven't seen a huge gap in the score since that 28-point jam really closed the gap a bit there. But they've been very, very evenly matched teams.
Yes, indeed. And that 28-point jam did bring it within about 10 points.
Yep.
So now the Vixens able to kind of push that back out a bit. And Smack and Cheese is going to look to continue that, taking lead jam.
Yeah, and just a nice, easy pass there for Cheese. It's like the Vixens have definitely on percentage more lead statuses this half than they had in the first half compared to the Reservoir Dolls. But again, so many of those have been close, either 4-4, 4-0, or 0-0.
See the Vixens losing their pivot to the box.
Nat Splat now through for the Reservoir Dolls. As Cheese comes around for another scoring pass, finds a mostly open outside line. Misconduct trying to get her on the inside line there, but Cheese brushes it off. Vixens trying to pile up their own high-scoring jam here now.
They're just like, oh, that looked nice. I'll have one of those too.
I want one of
please."
those too, yeah. Not quite, but still very respectable. 16-4 for the Vixens.
I'd like to show a little bit of love to Madison Roller Derby sponsor UW Health. UW Health is proud to be a part of Madison Roller Derby's season. UW Health provides remarkable health care and is committed to serve through medical innovation and unparalleled compassion.
It's going to be a timeout. It looks like a official timeout.
I believe it is an official review.
Official review.
I thought I saw those hands.
I saw no, but thank you. Got it. The Reservoir Dolls taking a timeout.
I just couldn't catch those hands.
It's good. You don't want to catch
No,
those hands, Rich.
I don't.
No one needs that.
Yeah, they'll give us an opportunity to thank another one of the sponsors here at Madison Roller Derby, Outreach. Outreach is Madison and South Central Wisconsin's LGBTQ plus community center providing. All right. Let's try this one again.
You got this, Rich.
Outreach is Madison and South Central Wisconsin's LGBTQ plus community center providing support for over 50 years. Outreach has been on the forefront of social change and provides safe spaces and programs for the LGBTQ plus people of Madison and Dane County.
Nailed it.
Second time's the charm.
Hey. All right, we're just about to be back in the action here, and they've got Dalek out there wearing the star for the Reservoir Dolls facing off against Dio for the Vixens. Oh, psych! Timeout. The Vixens would also like a timeout, please.
Yeah, they're just like, that looked nice.
I mean,
Timeout's so nice, we took them twice.
absolutely. It's a chance for you to reflect on all of the great derby that you've seen tonight. Turn to your neighbor, say hello. If you don't know them, if you do.
Hello.
If this is their first time at roller derby or if they've been here before.
You could also ask them if perhaps they feel like they're going to the after party this evening.
Oh, yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, we can join us here at the after party at Leopold's Books Bar Cafe. That's located on 1301 Regent Street.
You love to see some self-care happening on the track there. Referee taking some time to lay down, stretch out. You know, you got to take care of your body.
Got to stay limber.
Referees work really hard, by the way. They're skating all the games and all the jams.
Yup.
Want to shout out all the refs, all the non-skating officials, all the volunteers who make Madison Roller Derby tick. You could not do it without them.
Like to thank not only UDO 608, but our visiting officials for this game.
Yes.
But now,
Lovely thing about roller derby, all the fun traveling and helping each other out.
yeah. Back to the action on the track. We have Dalek out jamming for the Reservoir Dolls.
That's March Madness for the Vixens. Really had to tangle with Hello Sailor at the front to get through, but does pick up lead for the Vixens.
Oh, coming in hot. Will call off the jam. Very nice job by the Reservoir Doll blockers. They're just sectioning her off, not giving her any option but to go out of bounds.
Yeah. Yep. Nope. This is your life now. 1 point.
Like out of bounds or back block.
Yeah. Yeah. Better not to get the penalty for a jammer.
So the Vixens will skate away with 1 point from that jam.
Single point.
Oh,
And a single jammer on the track. It's Quill for the Vixens. Power start as the Reservoir Dolls lose their jammer to the box for 30 seconds. And Quill is through with lead. You don't have to help. Also, what you can do to help, though, is make sure you put your trash and recyclables in the correct receptacles. Keep this place clean. Kiva has been a wonderful host to us this season. We want to do right by them. We very much appreciate you coming out tonight to support Madison Roller Derby, though.
As cheers erupt from the Res Doll bench, looks like Dalek was released from the penalty box.
Ooh,
So
did they win? It wasn't even an official review. I think the officials just decided that something else had or had not happened.
yeah, that track cut that was assessed to her at the end there was rescinded.
Not a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see from here, so I just assumed. But appreciate that. I'm sure it's clear the Reservoir Dolls appreciate that too.
Yeah.
So this will be a regular old start with Cat Scratch Fever jamming for the Dolls, Reservoir Dolls, and Dio for the Vixens.
Nice job there by Hawaii KO, just flying into the pack, breaking things up to try to break Dio free. But the Res Dolls defense recover well, although, losing 2 blockers to the box are the Reservoir Dolls.
And a big pile up in the straightaway here as Hoppy and Cat go down together. Dio pushing out at the front, dealing with 2 Reservoir Doll blockers, I believe that is. Well, while I was thinking about it, Dio gets through with lead for the Vixens, but Fever right behind her by a couple of feet. And this is going to be a close one yet again. Reservoir Dolls down to just 2 blockers on the track, Vixens with 3.
And only. So it is going to be a quick call off there, saying no, let's not risk losing any points there.
Just want to try to do your best to stay in control of the momentum of the game, regardless of where the points stand. Oh, that's nice. You love to see it. That's March Madness for the Vixens and Damn It Janet for the Reservoir Dolls.
DJ again with the frenetic movement, cutting from the out to the in, does get through, takes lead jam for the Reservoir Dolls.
And that breaks a bit of a dry spell they were having. The last 5 had gone to the Vixens, but DJ pulling it out here for the Reservoir Dolls. Small but mighty.
Nice cut to the outside by Damn It Janet, is going to call off the jam.
A quick 4. About 2.5 minutes left. We might get 1. Well, we're going to get 1 more jam for sure. We might get 2. Depends on how fast this one goes.
Yeah. And it's a well-known fact, friends, that roller derby skaters skate faster if you cheer for them. So if you would like these skaters to go really, really fast,
And hit really hard.
I suggest you cheer. Please?
Cheer for roller derby! Woo! All right, nice defense there, hitting that splat out. And back around, but Quill is going to get through. One final blocker to get lead for the Vixens.
Quill with one heck of a head of steam there, bowling over the competition. We do have a star pass. Karma Suture donning the star, activating their jammer powers.
And Quill calls it off, but it looks like, yeah, Suture's going to pick up 1 point for the Reservoir Dolls. And we are going to get another jam.
One more jam.
More roller derby.
All right, lining up for this possibly final jam of the night. It's going to be Smack and Cheese out for the Vaudeville Vixens against Dalek for the Reservoir Dolls.
Oh, big pile up right off the line. And Dalek through with lead for the Reservoir Dolls.
Oh, Smack and Cheese, though, right behind.
Yep. We're talking about Cheese being a very fast jammer. Dalek, pretty fast jammer as well. So going to be nice and evenly matched here. And they're going to go ahead and call it off.
And perfect timing, I might add, leaving just over 30 seconds on the period clock, ensuring us one more jam. That timeout will do it too. But
Yep.
Dalek was looking out for us to call off the jam just in time to get us one more.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dalek. And as a and Dalek's going to go out for another jam.
Sure, why not? She's been doing good tonight. Yeah. Send her back out.
Yeah.
You got a little break because we taking a timeout. What were you going to say? As we come into the end of the evening here, Rich.
Wow. So we are.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
I
is
can't
one
believe
last
this.
jam?
This will be the final jam.
Of season 18. Oh, goodness.
Oh wow.
I'm going to go cry in the bathroom.
It's only been 3 bouts, but
But we did it. We came back from a whole ass pandemic
Yeah.
and did three games. Roller Derby's still alive and well in Madison, and we really appreciate your support.
absolutely, we would not be here to be able to do this without your love and support.
Oh, here it is. It's going to be Dalek versus Dio.
And here I was about to say a hush fell over the crowd, but
Who loves double D's?
these jammers pushing hard. Dalek up at the front is knocked to the inside.
Good riddance with a nice hit to the inside there. Keeps Dalek in, but she's back up.
That's a track cut penalty on Vaudeville Vixen's jammer. So it's Dalek with the lead.
It doesn't matter what the points are at the end. Both teams are going to play as hard as they possibly can until the very final whistle.
Absolutely. Every jam is a new game.
The Reservoir Dolls really putting in the work this time, taking advantage. The Vixens doing a really nice job of holding Dalek back on this pass, though. Not making it easy. Oh, Dalek to the inside does get through. It's clean, it's good. So that'll be 4 points for the Reservoir Dolls as Dio re-enters, holding the star cover in hand.
Great hit there by Gouda Riddance, taking Hello Sailor out as she was attempting the run back.
A hard hit. Dalek calls it off. We're going to go ahead and take a look. Looks like she's okay, but we like to be very sure, so we're going to have the medics just come in and take a look.
Of course, safety is a paramount concern here, so we very much appreciate our medics keeping us safe, making sure we're healthy.
Dalek herself, the head of safety for the league. A trained professional as well.
Wow. Dalek knows what's up.
Yep. There we go. Sometimes the hits are just a little extra big and the feet go out from under you, but
Yeah, and that was the jam to leave it all out on the track, as
yeah,
they say.
that's it. I think we're done. So as soon as the refs give us the final whistle,
And
we can all come out to the track and give these both teams have worked so hard tonight some high fives. Refs are going to chat for a second though, so we just gotta wait a second here before it's official.
And of course, a reminder that while you
There it is.
yeah, that will be the end. Official final score. Reservoir Dolls 139, Vaudeville Vixens, your victors with 176.
What a game. What a couple of games tonight, Rich.
Yeah, it's been an incredible night of roller derby. Thank you all so much for joining us, coming out to support Madison Roller Derby. And let's give it up for the Vaudeville Vixens on their victory lap.
Thank you to those of us who've joined, those of you who've joined us online too. Big ups to Hinckley Productions for hooking us up with the live stream once again. You can check us out online at madisonrollerderby.org. Find out more about what we do, how to get involved in any upcoming events.
All kinds of amazing ways to get involved if you're so inclined. If you'd like to, you can support Off Skates. We'll help you learn to skate if that's your bag. But let's give it up for the Reservoir Dolls.
All right, well, that does it for us tonight. Thank you, everybody, again. Get home safe. As always, I am Hammer Abby.
And I am Rich Mahogany. Hope to see you down at the after party at Leopold's Books Bar Cafe. Thank you once again for coming out and supporting Madison Roller Derby.
Good night.